suppose.
Well, let's welcome to Risen 3 Titan Lords review. Risen 3 Titan Lords is an action RPG developed by Piranha Bytes and published by Deep Silver. One of the worst publishers out there, publishing horrible games like Ride to Hell, Retribution, to awesome games like Metro, and then screwing fans with their nickel and dime DLC policy. Before I start the review, I will immediately notify everyone that I'm deducting 1 point of the overall score because of Day 1 DLC policy. I couldn't care less about cosmetic DLCs. The big issue and problem with this game, as with most of the Deep Silver games, is that they have 2 full islands that are already in the game unlocked to those who pre-ordered, or if you're smart enough and don't pre-order games because it can be mediocre shit like they publish regularly, you can access them by purchasing DLCs, of course. This kind of policy is a complete disrespect towards customers, and I will not tolerate it in my reviews. Risen 3 is set in Pirate World, same as in Risen 2. Islands, locations, even the people are mostly the same. There is absolutely nothing new you will see. Story is a generic one. Some kind of Lord of Darkness took your soul and you must retrieve it while doing everyone a favor by saving the world from the forces of darkness. Not much to say except you'll visit lots of islands from Risen 2 in your search for quests, glory and your soul. Let's jump immediately to positives about the game. One thing that I've noticed immediately are beautiful islands. There are lots of islands that you're probably already seen in Risen 2, but with these good graphics that the game presents, you can see a lot of different horizons to enjoy, and you can definitely explore every part of these islands, which is always a good thing about RPG games. Non-linear exploration is needed for every RPG game, and Risen here definitely delivers. Every corner of the island has some kind of loot for you that will help you out further on to buy some skills, some weapons or whatnot. Vast choice of skills and leveling is present in this game. You will meet a lot of trainers along the way that can learn you a lot of different types of skills. Your main attributes are necessary for these skills to be learned. Good thing about vast choices of skills is that the fact that you can choose different types of combat styles. You can go for ranged, you can go for melee, you can go for magic, and you can combine all of them into one peculiar style that you think would be the best. There are 3 types of magic from what I can understand: crystal magic, voodoo magic and rune magic, and you combine them with melee or range styles. Some work better with one, for example rune magic works better with melee, and similar combinations are present. Now let's talk about negatives of the game. There are quite a lot. First that you will immediately see is the horrible melee combat. Horrible combat. Melee combat in this game is simply one of the worst that I've seen in my life. You have totally rigid animations that make no freaking sense. Your character is striking creatures and everything like he's wielding a 2-handed giant club that is double the size and weight of himself. Totally unnecessary. You can't choose what swing you produce. He's doing his same animation routine with 3 strikes all the freaking time. Animations are rigid as hell, and you can't play on angles. By the way, dodging is completely overpowered. You can dodge anything in the game. You can dodge 24 hours a day. You can just dodge whole time. No stamina, no whatsoever. The guy is a freaking Rambo gorilla, I don't even know. It doesn't make sense. That needs to be some kind of thing that will limit your dodging mechanic. There's also parry button that is basically your blocking, your defense button, but any enemy can break it with its powerful attack. You also have a powerful attack in your arsenal that trumps your opponent's block, and then you can maybe strike him. But most of the time, even if you trump his block and try to strike him with the fast, let's call it fast swing, the other character can simply block it. There is not any kind of combat system present with advantages and disadvantages or anything. Like, you just click, try your stuff and hope the god if it will work. Also, combat is very exploitable because of the dodging mechanic, and you always can use the same combination over enemies that are armed humanoids. You can always use first light attack, then you can charge second one for power, trump his block, third one will knock him down, and you can rinse and repeat until he's down. And by the way, all the other things, you can fight 10 things at once. The thing is, only the closest one to you will attack. Others will look how you two are fighting. Stupid. And God forbid if you knock that one down a bit further, then the second one comes in, who is the closest, obviously, while the 8 of them will still be in the background watching you and circling or what. Doesn't make any sense. The combat is... I don't even know, it's horrible. Nothing makes sense in this combat, nothing. The only good thing is that sometimes when you strike, you have a feel of an impact, that your strike actually did some kind of damage, it stuttered its opponent or something. But other than that, just fucking horrible. When you get to magic, it will improve, it will be a lot more fun to try some things in combat, but it's still very frustrating thing. And by the time you get to the magic, because the stupid developers thought it would be fun if they put magic, you know, at half of the game, after you beat half of the game, after you get frustrated as fuck with its generic story, simplistic quests that make no sense, stupid dialogues, your main character is acting like he's a fucking child.
Are there any records?
Every word is fuck. What the hell is going on? I'm not trying for my heroes in RPG games to be like stupid 12-year-old kids who are playing MOBA games. I want him to be a freaking mature person that can have normal dialogues with other mature people in the game.
It was amongst the old sagas of the glories of ancient.
I know I'm saying a lot of fuck in this review, but because this game is simply when I recall what I've been doing and what I'm doing, I get angry. And that's when I start to swear. Overall, bad ideas ruined the game. Really some bad ideas. I don't know what were they thinking, and when they put magic at half of the game with these quests that make no sense, these are the quests that were present in freaking 90s. There are more original quests in 90s, for fuck's sake. You have a quest, you kill 3 hellhounds on the way to the city. That's the quest. Then you kill another 3 on the north part of the city or somewhere. Good. And then the third part, go kill some more on this side. That's your quest line. Can you imagine that? We are in 2014. 2014 and they can't have an original thought. It's really disappointing as hell. Anyway, the game, by the time you get to magic, the game will become repetitive. For most of you. Because of the bad combat, horrible animations, generic storyline and simplistic quests, you will get fed up with it. And by the time you get to magic, it might be already over for you because your brain can't deal with much more. Here is one more example of really dumb quest lines. I wanted to become a demon hunter, so I went there on the island of Kalador to do the initiation, do all the necessary quests and all that. I did. Then I come back to the main guy and I asked him when will the ceremony begin. He said no rush, in a couple of days. What the hell? Okay, he said to me talk to Alvarez. I went to talk to Alvarez on a completely different island, and for some reason I didn't even mention in my conversation with Alvarez Demon Hunters. That conversation made no freaking sense with the request that the Demon Hunter chieftain or whatnot asked of me. No, I gained a new questline, Pirate Alliance, and that's it. I came back a couple of days after to the Demon Hunter guy and he made me a Demon Hunter then. Can you imagine that? So I had to go all the way back to Alvarez, talk to him about nothing related to Demon Hunters, and I just needed to get back at him a couple of days after that, and that's it. That's how you become a demon hunter after doing all the hard work and everything. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. Game is full of quests like those that are for your mind to blow. For example, I was trying to do Fuego's murder quest. I wanted to leave the island, and I left the island and the quest cancelled. I could never finish it anymore. No, when I went back, quest was cancelled, completely cancelled. It was not complete, I know that for a fact, because it said as soon as I left the island, quest cancelled. Nice, no rewarding, no nothing, I can't complete this quest ever again. Thank you, really nice. Let's sum things up and give this game a final score, and let's be on with it. Reason 3 Titan Lords end up as an unpolished, average product that is definitely only for franchise fans to enjoy. Others will find it frustrating, repetitive, unfinished and overly simplistic with occasional sense of grand adventure and beautiful islands to explore. My final score on Reason 3 Titan Lords is 5 out of 10. I would give it 6, but because of Deep Silver DLC policy I'm deducting 1 point. Thank you guys for watching this review, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm warning you, be very careful with this game, don't believe good reviews, this game does not deserve it. Trust me. And I'm going to see you guys in one of the next reviews. Cheers.